to prison.
Yeah.
I'll label everybody that has been to prison a thug,
Okay. You can do that.
regardless of race.
All right. I 100% agree that you personally can
Bernie
do that.
Madoff is a thug.
Okay. I mean, you can say whatever you want. It doesn't make it right.
All right, I just think you like calling me a racist.
Well, the shoe fits.
So, is this one of these situations? We got Jason on a fairly aggressive deck, minimal. I mean, it's got some discard in it, but any of the removal spells are going to be pretty useless here against this Krark-Clan Ironworks deck. I mean, this deck just wants to pass by you, and
So it's gonna be a race, and I think Billy might be heavily favored here, depending on Jason's draw. Like,
well,
Jason needs to interact a lot before turn like 3 or 4 when he can like actually start casting Death Shadows and actually putting a clock on.
well, that's the thing is that like I think the Jund Death Shadow deck depends on its opponent dealing him like 3 to 5 damage.
Right. And Billy is not going to be doing that. He's going to be dealing him 15.
Yeah, Billy's either going to deal you 20 or 0.
Yeah.
And so that means his only clock really is a Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf's a great clock. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, I'm just saying there's only 4 there, and that's not how you're going to end the game. Like, and if you give this Ironworks deck an infinite number of turns,
I see white cards in this deck.
Guess
So I don't
what?
know that it's Jund Death Shadow. We'll see if that white
I
brings
think
any
it's.
spice.
I've been told it's not blue. It's everything but blue.
I think I saw a Gideon.
Oh yeah.
It might be an Oath of Gideon.
Oh jeez, turn 1, engineered explosives on 1. That's a
Let's
big
see
deal.
how Jason can respond. The Booble. Bobbles himself, which means he's probably going to play a fetch land here.
Yeah.
Or if he liked it, he wouldn't play the fetch land.
Well, no, I think he would just play the fetch land and not fetch.
Until his opponent's turn.
Right.
Or, you know, if it's more valuable to just not play a fetch land.
Oh, here we go. He's just going to draw the card.
Oh, we just won it that bad.
And now he can do whatever he
Oh, a
wants.
Thoughtseize. Very nice. Oh, man.
Okay, so here's
Down
6
to
damage
14.
on his first turn. Scrap Trawler hits the bin for Bill.
So Bill needs to dig into another Scrap Trawler to, like, really go off here.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not under any pressure. And Jason knows that Billy's hand was 2 lands. So now Billy's playing off the top, which is good for Jason, but also bad for Jason because Jason's discard now doesn't do anything.
Right. Here's the Tarmogoyf. It's going to apply some pressure, I'm sure of it.
I mean, Goyf does apply a good amount of pressure.
Oh man, he's got a Teamer Battle Rage too? That could be a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, so Jason doesn't have to worry about his life total at all. He could go down to 2 and be perfectly fine.
Concur.
So that's a benefit to playing this matchup. If Billy's just going to kill you with Emrakul, then that's fine.
Right.
Although in this matchup, man, how good of a sideboard card would Grape Shot be?
Oh, sure.
If this is their game plan.
Alright. So this is where Billy, he's just going to calculate, like, how many turns can I sit here?
Yeah, he has
and
no
like, draw a
need.
card. He has no, I mean, until his life total is, like, 6.
I don't know if Billy knows to play around the Teamer Battle Rage.
Maybe.
So it's a staple in the typical Jund deck, I believe.
The typical Death Shadow deck. Tarmogoyf across, and here's another discard spell.
Oh,
We're going to traverse the Uvenwald.
We do have Delirium.
Artifact, creature, land, sorcery.
So what's the play here? Typically you would get a Death Shadow just cast it immediately, but that doesn't seem too exciting here.
Not
with this EE on 1.
Particularly. Just get another Goyf.
If he's got like a land maybe. Looks like Windswept Heath is a good option. He must have something white in his hand. I mean, I can't imagine that white card in his hand is a Gideon, like being able to cast it for 2, but that's honestly what it looked like for me.
Sure.
Sorry, 2 white. Kind of shortcutted myself there. Down to 6 goes Jason Morgan.
Here's a Chromatic Sphere.
Oh, and he got the Stomping Grounds. He has no desire to get this white man online.
Cast a white spell.
Maybe he doesn't want to show his hand. Maybe it's secret tech here.
Doesn't want to tip his.
Another Traverse the Ulvenwald was the draw.
So, if
Ranger of Eos is the white card in his hand.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, that makes sense because Ranger of Eos can go get 2 Death Shadows.
Yeah. But he still needs the white mana to cast it.
All right. Here's 4 for Jason coming across again. All right. So.
All right.
There's a Hangerback Walker for 2.
This is a solid draw.
Yeah, this is pretty good. This card might even. I mean, I can see this card hanging out long enough to fight with this Goyf in a real way.
Yeah, I don't know that it does. I think it's just got to go on blocking duty right away.
Sure.
If he puts him on this Team of Battle Rage.
Right. Alright, so Billy's going to take it 1 time.
And Billy's got no cards in hand.
The Bobble lets Jason know what's on top. Here's another Traverse for a...
Alright, here we go.
Death Shadow and cast it. Yeah, so, I mean... This Krark-Clan Ironworks deck looks frustrating.
Well, yeah, Billy drew a ton of lands there.
Yeah.
The draw there is an Ichor Wellspring.
What's the card we came up with? Here's another Hangerback Walker. This represents a lot of blocking.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think not enough.
Then we're going to activate that one. Teamer Battle Rage here. That's going to give it Double Strike and Trample.
So, there you go.
Interesting.
Teamer Battle Rage gets this one out of nowhere.
Yeah, Billy definitely thought he had more turns than he actually had.
I don't know that he thought he had more turns. I think he just, did everything he could.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying is that, like,
So the discard spell on the Scrap Trawler ended up being very big.
yes, concur. And I don't think, given the amount and type of removal that Jason's deck has, I don't think that Billy has, like, a good chance of going off in a big way.
Not with the Scrap Trawler, unless he plays the Scrap Trawler the turn he's going off.
Right, well, even then,
This is not the finals. This is round 3.
Yeah, this is round 3 of 4. We don't really have a finals per se.
Oh, we've got a finals.
What normally occurs here
The fastest burn deck is the finals.
Is that all the undefeated players draw with each other, and so we show you the whatever speedy match is at 2-1. Usually playing for 15 in store credit, pride.
There's a lot of pride on the line.
Yeah. I personally think we should start keeping track in store of, like, people's just, you know, we could either do it tournament records, like how many 301s does any given person have?
I think we should stop paying out to X01.
Oh, just if you draw, you don't get any payout?
Well, no, the draw's a loss.
Oh, sure.
Players. Yeah.
Man. I would like to see more Magic get played, but when you don't let people do things like that, you just get a lot of feel-bads.
I mean, that's fine. Feel bad. Play better.
Feel bad, play better. That's a serious way to handle it, I guess.
The main reason I want that is for the pre-releases.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think the pre-releases should pay out based off the number of wins. Like, paying out 2-1-1 is absurd if you're not going to pay out 2-0.
Okay.
Or 2-2, rather.
Sure. Yeah, it just means that you lost the wrong rounds.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. One pre-release, I took them aside and I explained to them, like, how it should work. Like, you have to think of it as one big tournament instead of 5 individual tournaments, because we end up with this structure here where people get paid out different things for 4-0ing midnight than you do 6 o'clock on Sunday.
I don't think they do that anymore.
It's the same 4-0 everywhere?
Yeah, I think it was the same 4-0 across the board this weekend.
Okay. You would know. You ran up with 2 of those out of 5. When it mattered.
When it mattered. Won the rounds that mattered. Wish I would have won the rounds that didn't matter so that the rounds that mattered didn't matter, but...
Listen, all I know is that I drew the first round of the weekend, went on tilt, and just...
Never recovered.
Just never recovered. I had a bad weekend. I think I won 6 packs total all weekend.
Yeah, you get that shit under control.
I know. I'm about to drive 8 hours to a Grand Prix that I paid $85 for. I need to tighten up.
Tighten the F up.
Hopefully on Friday I'll get some sealed chows in.
I'm all about draft on Friday.
And then we can draft as well.
Mono draft.
Mono drafts all the time?
I think that's where I want to be.
Okay. I don't know why this is, but it takes me a minute to learn a sealed format.
Yeah. So you're not going to be 100% because it's like week 2 of the format.
Right.
But as long as your sealed skills in general are good, then I think you'll be fine.
Well, there's my problem. My Magic the Gathering skills in general are weak.
So if you have a good sealed deck and your sealed abilities are strong, then I think you're in good shape.
Sure.
There is a little bit of luck that goes into it.
I don't know how many good sealed decks I had this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see any of your
Any of my pools.
Billy adjusting
Billy
life totals.
making sure life totals are square. Jake's not from Ohio, so I don't expect him to put up any kind of defense for the Cincinnati area. He's from Boston. He should go back there because that's all he talks about.
You should go back there. Go back to your home.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand that you like Boston. I'm not being a hater. I'm sure Boston's a lovely area of the country to be from.
I would disagree. Everyone I've ever known from Boston is a hairy man-child.
How many people have you known from Boston?
Just one.
Just one. I've had two close friends move to Boston. One loved it. The other one did not.
Who's the one that loved it?
My friend John Weisman from from high school loves it in Boston.
Ancient Stirrings for Krark-Clan Ironworks. Man, Ancient Stirrings is such a good card.
That card is strong. It is the best ponder in Modern right now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the best cantrip in the format.
Man, that's a heater of a joke. A fish with no eye.
Is that a heater?
That's a great joke. I think that's funny.
You and your wholesome memes.
Alright, here's Tarmogoyf. No discard spell to get this Krark-Clan Ironworks online. Oh,
Kira Aether
Grid.
My oh my. It seems pretty strong here.
Here's the thing.
This is an alternate win condition, so this gets really messy, but this actually works really well in this deck.
No, I'm super into it. But the problem is that, like, you have to, like, be able to activate it for, like, 5 at the end of their turn, and then untap and do it for 5 again to kill them.
No.
Because if you do it one at a time, you just get their Death Shadow way out of hand, don't you?
So, it's a win condition when you're going off, because you're sacrificing so many parts and they come back untapped.
Oh,
That's why it's really good here.
oh man, this is fantastic. How cool is this? Do you ping here at end of turn?
Depends on what he does. So Billy's got a Krark-Clan Ironworks in hand.
Yeah. So if he has Scrap Trawler as well,
Yeah, that's the whole shebang.
that's very good. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the gameplay we have here.
It looks like it's a Hangerback Walker. And,
In hand?
yeah, I think we've got a Hangerback Walker and a Krark-Clan Ironworks in hand.
So this is good. Ironworks plus a Hangerback Walker gives you like a big walker.
Yeah, I think it just gives you plus 2 mana on your Hangerback. But,
oh, no, if you're going off.
right, if you're going off.
I'm just saying I might play it here.
I don't know how many artifacts I'm interested in just
2, 4,
sacrificing
6,
for the
8.
sake of getting a big old hanger banger on board.
Well, you get
Draws
this
a
Hangerback
Mindstone.
Walker to be a 4/4 at least.
I mean, I'm perfectly content making it a 2/2 and then pinging down these Goyfs.
Alright, so Billy did not use the sphere. Alright, here's the explosives for 2. That's a good one.
Yeah, explosives for 2 is solid.
So you can use it. I wonder if he's going to ping him here to, before he's... Jason Morgan's having dreams of Stifle.
Recently printed, not in the format.
Not in the format. Alright, so Billy's having second thoughts about casting this Hangerback Walker.
Well, so, like, his thought is he could cast a Krark-Clan Ironworks and then sacrifice the Ichor Wellspring for 2 mana to blow up the engineered explosives.
Sure.
but I think he just doesn't want to submit his Krark-Clan Ironworks to artifact hate.
Right. Which is it's a balancing act, I guess. Thoughtseize. I get the Death Shadow deck definitely has 4 Thoughtseize, so you're balancing between Thoughtseize and Kolgan's Command. So we're not low. I'm high.
Whoa.
How'd you get so high? I'm excited here.
Yeah, a big Hangerback Walker definitely gets you an Emrakul, but unless you're going off, Emrakul's not going to do much for you.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you have a big enough Hangerback Walker...
You can just sacrifice the tokens out from under it.
Yeah.
To cast the Emrakul. Okay.
Looked like the draw there was another land. Couldn't really see though.
If it is a Spire of Industry.
The whole Spire. So this Chrome Mox is now turned off, notably.
Okay.
I mean, I can't imagine that lasting long with the artifacts in Billy's hand, but it could be relevant.
Alright.
Can we get whoever is interfering in the feature match, i.e. Victor Kurz, to go away?
Also known as the artist known as Victor Kurz.
Get him out of here. Kick him out. Alright, there we go.
Death Shadow.
We got a 6/6 Death Shadow.
And a Goyf in hand. So this is a situation for Billy.
Drew a Worm Coil Engine. Can't cast it.
I think he's going to, make the concession of I'm going to sack some artifacts here to cast this Worm Coil Engine. That card can definitely hold down this board.
Well, if he does...
So now two here. Oh, okay.
So we just get a chump for a turn. He's not in any real danger of a surprise victory here.
No?
No, so he's at 19 life, so the Temur Battle Rage isn't going to do a ton.
Alright.
Ping Lily is strong. I might have done that in response to the Lily activation.
Oh.
Oh, no, he's going off here.
No, he's going to go to, he's going to get this Worm Coil Engine out.
Worm Coil!
That's awesome.
Yeah, Worm Coil's solid here.
This is a great position. Maybe this Ironworks deck has some more depth and texture than I initially thought.
Oh yeah, it's loaded to the teeth with depth and texture.
Well, this guy hates control. He also thinks Billy can die here.
So from 19...
So...
Jason would have to be able to deal 4 damage to himself.
Right. He's got 4 cards in hand, so he's got some activity. I don't know exactly what is possible. Right. He's gonna think long and hard about it. I mean, this is one thing Jason Morgan is known for around these parts is
thinking long and thinking hard.
He will figure out the line. So Thoughtseize is in hand. Do you think the taking the Death Shadow down here is necessary? Like you just 100% block it?
You 100% block it for sure because if he dirtles around too much, so like the Teamer Battle Rage saves the Death Shadow because it gains double strike, so the Death Touch doesn't do anything.
Right.
However, if he dirtles around too much and swings in, so like if he Thoughtseizes Billy here, even though Billy has no cards just because his life total lower, then he's just like dead on the swing back. So Jason swings in, Billy blocks with Worm Coil. We'll see a Teamer Battle Rage.
Yeah, meaning the Worm Coil is going to soak up 6 of 14.
Right, so Billy takes 8, goes to 11.
Gets his tokens.
Can ping Jason for 1 if he wants.
Well, you ping Jason for 1, puts him to 6. Untap, ping him for 2 more, puts him to 4. And with no cards in hand, that's iffy.
Yeah, but if you do that, there's a number of draws that you can set up that you can swing in. So, like, the thought here is put Billy to 11, then play the Goif to block. But we've got 2 Worm Coil tokens now.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 of this is going to get through. So we got a big old Goif.
Yep. The biggest Goif. Tribal's the only thing we're missing. Jason to 6. So this is interesting because...
I don't think we have an enchantment.
Because in this scenario, if Billy top decks a Scrap Trawler, I think he can just get Jason dead.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of draws that can get Jason dead.
Oh, here's an Ancient Stirrings. And he's looking at minimum an Ichor Wellspring.
That's a Scrap Trawler, 3rd card.
Okay, in this, I think Billy wins the game here. All right, so Scrap Trawler. Jason goes to 4.
Well, no, you can just ping him for 1 and then swing with both of your worms. And that deals 3 automatically. So he'd be down to 2.
Oh, he doesn't have like a big artifact to sacrifice to the Krark-Clan Ironworks to get back a smaller artifact.
Sure.
That's the missing. Here's the Death Touch worm coming in. All right, so Jason's gonna go to 3.
Billy kind of leaving himself open to removal here.
Okay.
So he could sacrifice the Scrap Trawler to the Ironworks after tapping them both.
Okay.
To get back a Worm Coil. Or not a Worm Coil, a Hangerback Walker.
Alright.
And then you can sacrifice the 2. There you go. So now you have a 3/3. There you go. Billy figured it out.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, we really had to reach for those last couple points, but we got there.
Man.
Yeah, there we really saw the strength of the the Gear Per Aether grid on like the recursion part of it.
Yeah. That's how it didn't strike me when he played the card initially that like, oh, every time something leaves play, it's going to deal half a damage.
Right.
Okay, so Jason Morgan asked about time. We got 20 minutes. He's gonna take the one pile shuffle. I don't hate the pile shuffle.
Holy muscles, Jesus.
Is this normal in Ohio? Is what normal in Ohio?
Wearing like a sleeveless shirt?
Yeah, so diversity in Cincinnati doesn't really it extends to style, and that's about it.
What are you even talking about?
I just don't think we're a particularly ethnically diverse city.
Really?
I think you can find people of differing ethnicities. I don't think we intermingle as much as people do in other cities.
Maybe you don't. You're racist.
Anyway, the sleeveless shirts, the hipsters are wearing them this year.
Yeah, hipsters are all about the sleeveless shirts this year.
My guns aren't big enough for the sleeveless shirt this summer.
No, they're not.
I'm hoping next summer to be a little bigger.
Okay. You just want to show off the guns?
I've been putting a lot of work into building some muscle, improving my physique.
Good for you.
The diet part is really tough for me, so I'm a little soft.
I'm a little soft.
I'm a lot soft. But I'm definitely getting stronger, and hopefully next summer we'll have, some serious size on me.
Yeah, you just want pure mass.
Yeah, I'm definitely cultivating mass. It's just soft mass. It's not
You know
mass.
where I am on this.
You used to be strong when you were like 10 years ago.
No, where I am on what you're doing on gaining mass for you.
What do you mean? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I gave you a wonderful suggestion to build mass, and you just ignored it.
I don't remember this. What was the suggestion? Remind me.
To start shooting up roids.
Oh man. So Jason's got 2 baubles. He's gonna know the top of everybody's deck. Jason has all the information now.
Jason knows everything except the top card of his own library now.
I find it interesting that he street raced before a bauble, because if you bauble first, then you get to choose whether or not to use that street wraith to
draw the card immediately before you fetch.
The card immediately, sure.
Nile Spellbomb.
Alright.
So Nile Spellbomb could potentially put a damper on Billy's plans.
Yeah,
it's going to require some pretty tight timing by Jason Morgan.
I concur. Maybe I kind of like these situations where, so the card's obviously insane against, like, if you're going off.
Right.
But the cost that Jason has to pay is that he has to choose when to keep that. Do you have to have the black mana to activate it? Or
the black mana just draws you a card.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if, it doesn't matter. He can tap out and still be able to, get the spell bomb. I thought you had to have the black mana to activate it. In which case, there's an interesting tension there. You know what I mean?
Right. Terrarian. Billy's trying to get funky with some hangerback beats.
Yeah. See, this is a great position. You're going to be in a situation where Jason can, choose to use up his artifact removal on this hangerback walker. But if he doesn't have anything, it could get out of hand.
Very quickly.
To be fair, I think Billy could do a lot of good in Aleppo. He's a man of a lot of compassion. He's quiet. He's not extroverted about it, but
he's not compassionate enough to share deck lists. Man, this Fulminator is a
private.
reach.
That doesn't make him not compassionate. All right, so Inventor's Fair down. All right. So I think Billy's going to be pumping up this hangerback walker.
Yeah.
Making it big, taking it to the gym. This hangerback walker's about to do the old one-tap rep. Boom.
I don't think that's what he's doing.
It's like he's going to the gym. Boom. Taking a turn off, go to the gym. Boom, a little bigger.
I don't think that's what it's like at all.
No, it's exactly what it's like. Little mana into my system. Boom, little protein shake. Boom.
Little pre-workout.
Little pre-workout.
Little juice.
Little creatine. Boom. Little needle right in my buttocks. Boom.
Yeah, I don't think this hangerback walker is taking steroids. And I think
No,
that's
he's about to get a Mind Stone injection of steroids.
I see. Man.
Jason going wide.
Jason exploding onto the board.
All right.
How big are these goyfs? 1, 2, 3s?
I've got Artifact.
Oh, no, it's a creature. So 3 4s.
Yeah, I got Artifact land. Creature. And that's it. I don't see any sorceries or instants yet. Okay, here's green mana. So, it's interesting here. The Hangerback Walker is going to hold back the Death Shadows here unless Jason can lose some life.
Wow.
Oh,
Billy floated a green mana through 2 different spells to get to this Ancient Stirrings. Talk about patience.
Alright. It chooses Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to land here. So now Billy's in a decent position to go off next turn.
Right. I don't know. So Jason has 1 card in hand? 2? 2
Oh,
now.
He pulls the Team of Battle Rage off the top.
I don't think that
I don't think it's enough.
Get Billy dead.
So 4 5s.
4
So
plus
that's
6. So
8 plus 6
So Jason
total.
can deal 10.
We can deal 14 with his Teamer Battle Rage.
Okay, 14 if he needs to. I don't think Jason would fire this off if it can't win him the game.
Correct. But so if Billy blocks the Goyf here, then firing off the Teamer Battle Rage gives you an extra 6 damage.
Right.
So it'll be a total of 12 points of damage this turn, which leaves Billy dead on board next turn, giving him only 1 turn to go off.
Right. And
Although I guess he gets the Thopter, so he can still chump block.
Right. I see Ironworks in Billy's hand, and I'm
a
not
Scrap
sure what
Trawler.
else. Oh, so he's got the package. So he's just has to get through this Nile spell bomb.
Correct.
And he'll be in good shape.
It's gonna take a little bit of nuance to get through this Nile Spellbomb.
Well, what I think he'll do is he'll put the Scrap Trawler in play. He will then. This puts Jason Morgan on a decision point for the Nile spell bomb, because if Billy were, he doesn't know about the Ironworks, and so then if Billy has the Ironworks to follow up, then Jason will definitely spell bomb, and then Billy can use the Hangerback Walker to chain through, because that's the key here. Hangerback Walker, because every artifact gets it back.
Well, I think he might just have to
that
block
costs
with
anything gets it
Hangerback
back.
Walker.
I think Billy. So Can Jason... Does he have the mana to Krark-Clan Rampager and... Because Krark-Clan Rampager is a real card in these Death Shadow decks?
Sure. I think
They
just
were
a
in some
Street
iterations, I
Wraith
don't
does
know.
it if he doesn't block.
Sure. So he's going to block a Death Shadow. So with the hanger back in the graveyard, I think either combo piece is going to get the Nile Spellbomb sacrificed.
Okay.
And so it won't matter, but then you still have this opportunity to, like, generate some mana and some draw steps with the Ichor Wellspring.
He's going to have to get the Krark-Clan Ironworks out first. Otherwise, he won't be able to cast both.
I think the Ironworks is going to... Yeah, I just don't know when Jason's going to sacrifice his Spellbomb is the hard part for Billy. And I think he's... Alright, so he's decided to leave it.
So now we have Scrap Trawler coming down. And you got to think that now is the time for the Nile Spellbomb. Nope.
Okay, see, here's what Billy can do. He can sacrifice in response to get this Hangerback back. This is really important. This is really... So Jason had to Spellbomb with the Scrap Trawler on this stack to keep this Hangerback out of play.
Correct.
Okay, so now we're back into... Okay, this is a position in which I think...
The position of power.
I think Billy can win this game. Oh, especially with this... with this Worm Coil Engine draw.
It's kind of when like Billy takes it back.
So... Getting back Star. Yep.
Billy wisely keeping the Ichor Wellspring out.
Right. Because it's really like the third engine piece.
Now we're ready to pop it off.
No. You don't want that in the graveyard. Oh, he's going to sacrifice the Ironworks to get the Mox Opal back.
So there's still a draw on the stack as well.
Right. If he sacrifices the Ironworks here to get the... I think he should have gotten the... I wanted Ichor Wellspring to stay, unless he has another one in hand that... Because I know he has another Ironworks in hand.
Yeah, so I think this this Star is fine, as long as he has other artifacts in hand. And I think he's got a second Scrap Trawler.
Ooh, Tarfire on the Scrap Trawler. Okay.
Alright, finally gets to draw from the Chromatic Star. Oh, and here we go.
So here's Hangerback for a gajillion.
A gajillion 7. There it is. So what he said there to Jason was that he's going to cast the Hangerback for 7, sacrifice the Hangerback for 2 mana, sacrifice each of the Thopters, the 7 Thopters for 2 mana for 14, plus the 1 he floated.
Right.
Search for the Emrakul, cast Emrakul, get an extra
another
turn,
and then he attacks,
swing it for 15.
Annihilating for 6.